Hello and welcome back to Autofunk. Yet again, we've bought another car for the channel. Now you will have seen that we had that Maserati. We only did a couple of videos on it and we sold it to Ben at Dad Cars. Ben, I hope you're enjoying it, and to all of the new subscribers to this channel that have come over from Dad Cars, hello and welcome, and I hope you stick around. So we've bought a new car. Any guesses what we've bought? It's got something in common with this jacket. And you know that we're very Corvette centric on this channel. So what do you think we bought? It's a manual V8 American muscle car, absolutely iconic. And you don't see that many of them in the UK, but you do see more of them than you do Corvettes, because it's not a Corvette. Let us know in the comments what you think we bought. And we did put a teaser on that community post, didn't we, last week? And yet again, this was a cheap car. You know that we love cheap cars and we try and buy the cheapest that we can find every time. So like the Maserati, for example, Kev, the Burgundy Project Corvette, which, yeah, I know I'm desperate to do an update on. They're always cheap and they're always problematic. Now this one is cheap, and it's cheap for a reason. I'm looking at it now and I'm going to show you it very soon. And I think it was probably the cheapest in the UK. And the car is a Ford Gen 6 S550 Mustang. Performance Blue 2016, and the steering wheel is not on the left, the steering wheel is on the right hand side. Manual gearbox, it's got a Ford Racing short shift, and check this out guys, listen to how this beast sounds. And we're going to have to do something about this because it's really, really, really noisy. So this car has got a, basically it's a straight piped full stainless Cobra system, catback. I love the sound of it, but it's way too loud. So one thing that we're going to do with this car is we're going to fit silencers on the back. I'll try and insert a little clip of it, but basically there are no silencers. There's just big fat stainless pipes going right to the cats. It sounds amazing, but being honest, I don't want to piss the neighbours off too much, so we can't keep those exhausts. And to prove exactly how loud this Mustang is, we're going to use my mate Pete's M3, and we're going to do a cold start test on the M3 and on the Mustang. Is it a standard exhaust?
Yeah, standard non-comp M3, so F80. No downpipes, no upgraded headers, no nothing, just completely stock.
Cool. And we've got a decibel meter here, so if you go and jump in, come round the back, Glenn. Let's see where we're at with this. Any guesses?
120.
It won't be that loud. I reckon it'll be like 100 or 90, and we'll just leave it ticking over for a bit so we can let it stabilise. Go on then, Pete. Give it a rev. Alright, so it was like 90 and then about 102 when he revved it. So let's do the same test now. I'll have to get Pete to start the Mustang. Do you want to jump in and start the Mustang?
Yeah, the thing is, like, it's not actually that cold. Like, on full cold start, it's really well.
I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to sit next to this. I'm going to stand back a little bit. Give it a rev. Yes, it's very loud. Went to nearly 120. So there you go. We need to sort those exhausts, don't we?
That's disgraceful.
It's actually embarrassingly loud, don't you think?
It did, because it's warm, it did come off the cold start quite quickly.
Yeah.
With that one. Oh, that's a lot louder. From a raw cold start, but it's nowhere near that.
If you want to see a video of the M3, let us know in the comments, and me and Pete will do a review of it and a driving video.
And the 840.
If you're up for it. And he's got a really nice 840, which I'll insert a picture of now, which probably in the summer.
Summer.
we'll do a video on that as well, because at the moment you have
Queen.
Yeah, it is a very, very nice car, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you've got an S550 Gen 6 and you want some straight pipes, let us know. I'm willing to gift these to a viewer. So just drop us a DM, let us know, and you can have these pipes. We are going to retain the H pipe, so it's got a H pipe in the centre, and then obviously the straight through rears. But yeah, if you've got a Mustang and you want these, let us know, because we'd like them to go to a good home. So, what did I pay for this car? 42,000 miles. Don't know what that weird noise is. Some sort of animal. 42,000 miles, manual, V8, low owners. It's only had 3 owners. It's HPI clear, it's not accident damaged. And basically, the reason that it was cheap is because it's had a full repaint. It started off as a black car, and early on in its life, somebody had a no expense spared respray. And to be honest, if you weren't any the wiser, it looks like it's a factory colour. It's been repainted ridiculously well. It must have been done at huge expense. If you recognise this car and you know the story about why it was repainted, let us know, because I'm keen to know the history of it. The other thing, it's been lightly tickled, so it's on spacers and it's on eye-back springs. So the tyres are nice and pokey outy, as you can see by the amount of spray down the side of the car. But it is absolutely awesome. Let me show you the engine bay. So if you're a Chevy guy and you're one of our Corvette viewers, this is not like the LS. It's a much more modern engine design than the LS. So the LS is a single cam pushrod V8. This one's quad cam, and it's got variable valve timing, and it's got a lot more in common actually with the ZR1 or the ZR1 engine than the LS1 that's in our C5s. Super cool power plant, really revvy. Produces about, I think it's down on power compared to the American cars, but it's about 420 horse in the UK, and it really bloody goes well. We're going to take it for a drive in a minute, and you'll see my smiling face. Oops. And you'll see my smiling face as I rev the shit out of it down a country lane. No, it's really good. It is really good. Coming back to the price, did I say what we paid?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Did I?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Do it again then.
So we paid 16,500 quid for this car, and I reckon for a right-hand drive V8 manual, tell me in the comments, 42,000 miles, 3 previous owners, HPI clear, so it's not on the it's not a categorised car. It's got a clean title. I think that's about 4 grand cheaper than it should have been. Obviously it has had the repaint, so that stops it from being completely original. But it's a bloody awesome thing, and I'm very pleased to own this. I think it's a great addition to the channel fleet. So we've got the C4s at R1. Chris and I have both got manual C5s, and now we've got the S550 Gen 6 Mustang. What do you think we should do with this car? I'm not going to do any mods on it because I'm happy with the way it is. We are going to change the silencers. I'm thinking of putting a stripe kit on it. I know that the stripe kits are quite... some people like them, some people hate them. I think that a stripe kit would really suit this. When I first got it as well, it had blacked out windows. So I had to take the tint film off, which was a right pain. I'll insert some footage of what a mission that was. Rear window tint off. Now I've got the lovely job picking all of this off, which is going to take hours. Let there be light. Got the tint film off it, and it doesn't need anything. It needs a clean, that's for sure. The other thing, having 4 seats helps. Now, as you know, I'm a tiny man, so I'm going to demonstrate that The back seats are okay, but only for a short journey. So I'm about 5'7". If I put the passenger seat, oh, how do we do this? Back here. I don't know if you can see my leg room. Probably not. But I've got about this much leg room. And I've not really got much headroom either, to tell you the truth. But it's good enough to get your mates home from the pub, isn't it? Which is the main thing. Or, like me, if you've got dogs, you could actually put your dogs in the back of it. So, quite like that. Quite like the practicality. Right. Let's test the boot space. I'm going to feel very, very claustrophobic. But can you get a body in the boot of a Ford Mustang? There's a light in here, so it's all right. Yes. Wouldn't want to go on a long journey in that, but it's slightly roomy. I've got to get out of it now without getting dirty, because the car's absolutely filthy. Right, enough of that anyway. Should we go for a drive? See you in a bit. Right then, let's go. Oh, I tell you what, this car is so fun to drive. It's just completely ridiculous. And the exhaust is very, very loud, but once you get used to it, it's not actually that bad. I've got to say, this is the second Gen 6 Mustang that I've had. The first one was 2016, same year as this, but it was a convertible, completely standard. And tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think the convertible versions had a 2.5-inch exhaust, not a 3-inch exhaust. Obviously that's sort of completely irrelevant in the case of this car. But I didn't really enjoy owning that convertible, didn't have it for very long, and I felt like, I don't know, I just didn't really enjoy driving it that much for whatever reason, so it didn't last very long. But this thing is absolutely mega. It's lowered on IBAC springs, the wheels are spaced out, and it's got a short shift Ford Racing short shift kit on it. It just drives really, really well, and actually it's the ride quality's good, handles really well. It's one of those cars that you can just jump in and drive straight away. The seat's very comfortable. And you know, when I've got that exhaust sorted out, I can see me struggling to get rid of it because it's really, really good fun. I don't know how long I'll keep it for. Don't really know what the plan is with this car, like most things. I bought it because it was cheap and didn't really have an agenda. Obviously, you see that with the Maserati. All best intentions and everything. Most of the time, you know, you plan to have a car for a while and then things change. Don't know what I'm going to do with this. I might run it for a while and sell it maybe in the spring. But yeah, I've got loads of plans for it. But this is just a quick driving video, really, just to say these are so much fun, and to compare it to the Corvette, obviously you've got the added practicality of rear seats and things, but I have to say, sorry Chevy guys, it's bloody good. It's really, really good in fact. And the fact that it's right-hand drive just makes it easier on UK roads. And I would say that if you wanted to get into an American car or sort of muscle car ownership, I'd highly recommend one of these. Basically, I think it's absolutely wicked. Not a lot else really to say. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode and enjoyed having a look at this little Mustang GT that we bought to tool around in. If you did, please like and subscribe and leave a comment and all of that good stuff, and we'll see you around for a future video very soon. Cheers. Collection day. What have we bought? First things first is the battery flat. No. And it's got sequential lights, which is quite cool. I do quite like those colours, that's good. You ready for the world's most offensive cold start?
Yes. I know what these sound like, so okay then, let's go. Yeah, he wasn't kidding. That is pretty. Yeah, you weren't kidding, were you? People in the pub are locked, that's for sure. Probably better get out of here.
Shall we get out of here? Alright, I'll grab some stuff out of the trusty Volvo and we'll hit the road, yeah? See what I mean about the exhaust?
Yeah, it's really bad.
Swap. No, I'll just make the stuff in the front. We'll swap this over later.
Okay.
Yeah?